I'm your guardian angel here in Korea, and I'm here to help you with everything you need to know about Korea. Are you thinking about coming to Korea this year, 2026, and you haven't made up your mind as for when you want to come to Korea? Well, in that case, before you finalize your travel date, I want to share 3 things that you need to know. I think if you know these things, you can choose a better date for you to come to Korea. So, you want to know what these are? Well, here come 3 things that can help you decide when you should come to Korea.
레디
Number 1, change in entry requirement. When I travel to the USA or Australia or Canada or some other countries, I need to get an electronic travel authorization. Yes, that happens, and I have to apply for it before I go to the countries. Well, you actually have to do the same thing when you come to Korea, and that is called KETA, Korea Electronic Travel Authorization. But you know what? Actually, you do not have to get it now. What is happening? Actually, you are required to get it. But in order to boost tourism, the Korean government has exempt KETA requirement for a few years now. Well, it was supposed to end at the end of 2025, but the government has extended its exemption until the end of 2026. They might extend it again at the end of this year. But anyway, for now, for those of you coming to Korea in 2026, you do not have to get the KETA. It's good. You do not have to apply for it, and then you can save money. It costs $7 to get it, but you don't have to do it if you are coming from 67 visa exempted countries. Namely, the United States, Canada, Australia, Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, and 30 European countries, to name a few. Well, actually, it's more than a few. Anyway, yes, that's true. People from the 67 visa exempted countries, they do not have to get the KETA for now. And those of you who have to get a visa, you have to obtain the visa before you come to Korea. And if you have the visa, you do not have to get the KETA. I hope this helps you to know what is happening with the entry requirement in Korea this year, okay? Number 2, dates to avoid. Okay, what is that? There are some dates that I should avoid. If you can, I think it's better to avoid certain dates in 2026. So what is it? Yes, the public holidays. Well, I'm not talking about the all public holidays. We have quite a few public holidays, but you should avoid 2 most important public holidays in Korea. One is 설날 in Korean, that is Lunar New Year's Day, and the other one is 추석, Korean version of Thanksgiving, Harvest Day or something. And these are the most important and most celebrated public holidays in Korea. So, wow, you think I can go to Korea because I want to be part of the festival or part of the celebration, but during the festival, you wouldn't feel like, well, something is going on. Rather than that, you would feel like it's so quiet here. Seoul is quiet because there would be a mass exodus from the city. People go to their hometown to see their families and relatives to have a good time together. So when you come to Korea, especially Seoul, Seoul may feel very quiet around the holiday. So why am I not suggesting you come to Korea during the public holiday? Because it's quiet? No, it's not that. The prices, yes, that's the problem. Accommodation can be very expensive because it's the peak season. Well, Koreans, they travel domestically and internationally as well. Because of the Koreans who are traveling domestically, the traffic is bad and accommodation can be very expensive. And crowds, yes, more crowds. And also, the airlines, the flights in and out of Korea will be so expensive, maybe double the usual price or more than that. So if you can, try to avoid coming to Korea around the holidays, around Chuseok and Seollal. Seollal this year falls in February. Yes, it's different every year. Last year it fell in January and this year in February because it's set in accordance with the lunar calendar. And also Chuseok, Korean version of Thanksgiving, falls in September this year, and last year it fell in October. So if you are thinking about coming to Korea in September, you should avoid certain dates in September. The Chuseok holidays will be from September 24th through September 27th. So around that time, avoid it if you can. Some shops and restaurants may close during the holiday. Not all shops and restaurants, don't get me wrong. In Seoul, a lot of shops and restaurants stay open, especially in the center of Seoul. Yes, in touristy places or busy areas. But anyway, there might be some places that are closed during the public holiday. Not the whole period, but maybe 1 or 2 days. So if you do not want to go through this confusing situation, I think you should avoid coming to Korea around the public holidays. And there is another week that I want you to know. That is the first week of May. That's a very busy time here in Korea because May 1st is Labor Day in Korea and May 5th is Children's Day. And May 8th is Parents' Day. Yes, we do have Parents' Day. So because of these dates, families gather together and they travel together and they spend time together. So, as you can imagine, prices again. Yeah, accommodation can be very expensive and traffic can be worse than usual. And what else? Oh, by the way, shops and restaurants, they all stay open. It's not like 설날 or 추석. Yeah, it's open. It's the peak season for them too. And lastly, there is one more thing to talk about. The peak season, the summer peak season here is from July 21st till August 10th. That's the busiest time. Why? Children do not go to school and their parents take days off to travel together. The accommodation, again, can be expensive around that time. Oh, in addition, the weather is so hot and humid around that time. So, well, it's not a good time to travel easily, and also prices can be more expensive. So, I just want to give you this information for you to have a better choice for your travel date. Number 3, last but not least, is cherry blossom and fall foliage. Okay, Guardian Angel, what are you talking about? Cherry blossom and fall foliage? What should I know about that? A lot of subscribers have asked me whether they can see cherry blossoms if they come here in spring, or if they can see fall foliage if they come here in the fall. So they want to know when exactly they should come to Korea to see cherry blossoms or fall foliage. Well, I cannot predict 100%. I'm not capable of that. But I can give you my best forecast as a local living here in Seoul. As for cherry blossoms, we are experiencing warmer weather in Korea. Spring seems to arrive earlier than we expect. That means cherry blossoms, they are coming earlier too. Yes, in some years they arrive earlier than expected. Well, usually in Seoul, the first bloom of cherry blossoms appear in April, the first week of April, and it peaks in the second week of April usually. But in 2022 and 2023, oh no, we arrived March 20-something. Oh no, it was 2 weeks earlier. And then people thought, oh no, what is happening here? It shouldn't be here already. Well, I was happy to see it early. But, people who decided to come to Korea in April to see cherry blossoms, it was bad news for them. But in 2024 and 2025, well, it arrived at the beginning of April. That means I couldn't see the cherry blossoms at the end of March. That's true. You couldn't see the cherry blossoms at the end of March. You had to wait until the first week or the second week of April in Seoul. So it's kind of changing every year. So we cannot predict it 100% for sure. As I said, if Seoul sees an early arrival, you may see it at the end of March here in Seoul, but who knows, right? After cherry blossoms bloom, they last about 7 to 10 days. So it's a short period. So when you come to Korea and if you spot some cherry blossoms wherever, you should go and see it as soon as possible before it goes away. Okay? Likewise, fall foliage. Yes, the climate change is affecting its arrival date as well. We have longer summer days, and then the weather is warmer than before. So, because of that, the fall foliage arrives later than it is expected. Korea usually sees fall foliage in mid-October or late October. Late October is like more common, but in Seoul, it's a different story. In Seoul, usually fall foliage starts in the first 2 weeks of November, and then it lasts until mid-November. So what is happening now? It is coming like 7 to 10 days later than it used to arrive. Yes. So if you want to see fall foliage in Seoul, you may not be able to see it in October. If you want to see fall foliage, you should come here in the first 2 weeks of November or the second week of November. I think second week of November would be safer. So keep that in mind when you decide your travel date if you want to see fall foliage in Seoul. And in other parts of the country than Seoul, you can see it at the end of October or the beginning of November, the first week of November. So if your thing is cherry blossom or fall foliage, please refer to my information before you finalize your travel date. So I have talked about 3 useful things that you need to know before you finalize your travel date. How was it? I hope it helps you, and if you like my content, please do subscribe to my channel, and while you're here, please click the like button and the bell button as well. And I hope to see you next time as well. So please come back. Until then, be good and be healthy. Bye bye.